Good afternoon. Just a quick check-in to say hello to everybody. I guess let you know status, I guess, or lack thereof. But just to say hello type of thing. But one thing I've been watching and evaluating, and just wanted to give my 5 cents on it, because I know it's just kind of keen to the way I think things are developing. So with the presidential race and this Trump phenomena, I think there's some significant problems or significant things are going to come out of this. I'm not sure the timeline or how, over what period of time it might happen, but it seems to me that in evaluating the way things are playing out, that Trump is there to pretty much eliminate the competition. It's a hostile takeover, for lack of a better word, of the political process, of the political system. Granted, you can go into the whole it's all rigged anyway and the winner's chosen, but they're eliminating dissent too. And the way what I mean by this is, the elite still have their different factions that vie for control, and Trump's a part of that, and the people that support him seem to not be able to see that he's a part of that, but they think he's some sort of outsider, which just baffles the mind, because there's no way that's possible. But he's there to pretty much divide the GOP between the establishment, which is going to go further and further to the left and be consolidated by the left into the Democratic Party, and the far what is viewed as the far right, or the conservatives, or whatever you want to call it. Those are going to be minimalized and given a smaller and smaller platform to make their claims, or make their agenda. They're not. Oh, that's a little breezy. And the reason I say this is because of the way Trump's approached this. He went all the way to the far right without having any history of supporting that agenda, or supporting any far right causes, what can be considered far right, conservative. He never had a history of supporting those things. He supports big government. He's used big government to get his way in business. And all of a sudden he's this standard for against the establishment. It's just not feasible in my mind. And Cruz was there the whole time to mitigate the actual conservatives, because he's obviously a plant when your wife's in bed with the bankers and you are a non-citizen who is trying to run for office, is ineligible. So even if he got the nomination, there'd be controversy. Just like Obama, there'd be controversy. And that would be to dissent the people, keep dissent amongst the people. And Trump's going to make it worse. You look at, just following it on social media, there's obviously paid party people, or paid Trump people, I guess, or I don't know what to say. People that are supporting Trump on social media who are just there to pound the message because they don't listen to a thing, and it's they have a little bit more. They're a little more innocuous than a lot of the traditional establishment social media outputs. They try to go over as your everyday common person, just like the campaign tries to get in touch with the everyday common person, and to a large degree they have, because he's somehow manipulated this to be about the outsider of the campaign. And so, but I think the agenda behind that is it brings the political power over into more of a left-leaning power, and they're going to consolidate that power eliminate the competition, minimize the conservative voice. You know, the Amashes and the Pauls and the people that had any reasonable facet of common sense and constitutional government, or even espoused it, those days might be over. It might take a couple years to fully implement it, but this is seems like maybe the big first stage. You know, if they have this brokered convention and the GOP falls apart like they're talking about, you know, people, you know, I'm not voting for Trump, never Cruz, you know, just decimates the only semblance of a two-party system. And so then, you know, it'll be a one-party system with a couple of other minor parties. And maybe the Libertarian Party can actually get some traction, but it's not going to be easy if they do. It's not going to be given to them, that's for sure. I don't know if there's enough Americans out there that care to support a libertarian or conservative party. But just my thoughts, the way this whole Trump thing is going does not make sense that he's the outsider running, and it just seems more like a manipulation of the system to promote big government in the end. That's what will come out of it. But I just wanted to throw that out there, just passing my thoughts along and checking in. We'll talk to you later. Live free.